Hey guys, ready to get going? So we're gonna do a bit of liftoff today. How's everyone doing? No Speed says, I just got myself brand new Fat Shark HD3s. Yeah, nice. That's sweet. It must be pretty, I know Fat Shark stuff is pretty dear these days. I know, pretty reasonable HD3s. Nice find. Did you get them second hand or brand new? Let's open up Liftoff and get going. Machine 800 DM, but I don't have drone. Ah, okay, I get it. Man, you gotta get a drone then. Brand new secondhand. Good find. It's definitely a... oh, everything's disappearing off the chat. Let me fix that quickly. Okay, that shouldn't be an issue anymore. Sorry about that. I don't have a drone anymore though, because it kind of went... Is that what happened to it? Is the drone still around, or is it actually at the bottom of a lake somewhere? Gonna buy a T-motor, Mark II TBS Unified 32. What frame are you gonna use? Oh, nearly. Foxy, Wildfire, and the Fat Shark. Mm-hmm. Nice. When you say dead, how so? Is it like the ESC motor's burnt out, or is the entire thing dead? Like all the electronics? Oh, the motors? Showtime. It's oh, my controller isn't set up correctly, but we'll keep going. It's amazing. I was playing Velocitron yesterday, and Liftoff's physics, you can just point and go. It's oh, it is set up correctly. I'm just holding it odd. The Motor VTX Prob ESC FC. Everything. Wow. That is very dead. But chicken. Yeah, it's going well. Glad for you to pop in. Hope that you subscribe to the channel. Be disappointed if you're not. Oh. Buy motors, 2700 kV. Oh yeah, so you got the motors. That's a step. Do you know what other parts you want to buy, or are you still figuring it out? What is wrong with me tonight? Okay, let's take it slow. Switches are getting in the way of my controller. I don't know why. I guess I just have my hands in different positions. Only subscribe to good things. Can't say that. I guess that's likewise banana chicken. You know, I don't quite like Portal content, so, or Portal gameplay, especially specifically duo Portal gameplay. So I only subscribe to the other things. But you know, maybe it'll improve one day. Who knows? I went through a tree gap, came out of the dive, and then my radio just disconnected. I saw the whole thing through my goggles. Let me guess, it involved a number of cartwheels and things flying off your drone at no speed. Oof, that was the first good sector. Bad, terrible dive gate. Ugh. So this is the new effect they've got on it. So in the update, they updated the analog effect on the camera, and they've made it just this purple tint. I guess it's more realistic to real life. I'm sure if you fly away, far away, will it start breaking up? Oh yeah, you can see the static starting to increase. Does it work behind objects? So if I go like behind this barn, that would be cool if they had, they could work out collisions in the path. Even something simple as the number of game objects in the way. Ouch. Tenor ripped out the VTX. Usually VTXs are alright to repair, but it depends on your VTX. So, I'm guessing it took out the whole, because they usually have tiny little plugs. And if that gets damaged, then the VTX is sort of stuffed. But if it was just the wire, you could fix it up. Good. Try that again. And thanks, Aaron, for the subscription. I appreciate that. Welcome to the channel. So we'll do some lobbies a little later, and we'll just do some random races to start off. But the lobbies that we'll do, if you've got a copy of Liftoff, you can join in, no worries. We'll start up the lobby, and anyone can join who has Liftoff. And if you don't, then it's all good. Just sit back and enjoy the stream. Got any questions? Happy to answer them. If you've got anything else you want to share, then I want to hear it. Oh, missed that gate. Okay, a little bit sloppy there, but... And straight into wall. My antenna is also the antenna port ripped out of the... Okay, so then, yeah. Usually, if the antenna just rips itself, then you can replace the antenna, and sometimes you'll get away with just the connections come off the board. But if it's the actual port on the VTX, then I believe you're out of luck there. That's a shame. What VTX was it? Was it a nice TBS one? That's such a shame. But, you know, you get over those things. It's just part of the hobby. Things break and can't help it. You just gotta build them up again. That's... I mean, when I started the hobby, I thought the best thing about it was going to be the building process. You know, constructing drones and doing all that stuff. And I still love it, like, especially soldering. Oh, good fun. But when you've got a race day tomorrow, or you got race day that day, and you're soldering motors onto a board, or, you know, trying to get your VTX working, or your receiver's not working, or you have to replace your receiver, oh, it is the worst. Rush. Oh yeah, I've got a mate who's got one. I think it's pretty good, isn't it? In terms of the output it does. It's not a Rush B VTX. I can't remember what the company's called. Is it just Rush? It's something more, right? From memory, they've got very high wattage output, and they're cheaper than a TBS. But other than that, I don't know too much about them. Well, hopefully you build your next drone. I need to get out and do a bit of IRL flying. I'm part of a club, but haven't gone to a race day in a while, just because other things go in the way. Crossfire? Yeah, I recently just got Crossfire. Well, when I say recently, a few months ago. And previous to that, I had FR Sky, Free Sky. Or maybe it wasn't Fly Sky, it was Free Sky. I think Free Sky receiver. And just with my controller, I think the actual transmitter in my controller has burnt out. So, or it's damaged or something like that. I couldn't get any receivers to work with the drone, and I just got a Crossfire module, and I haven't had issues since. It's really good. And they've got the little pigtails if you just want to use it on a racing drone, or they've got the big T antennas if you want to use it on a more of a long range build. But me personally, I've got the big T ones on, just because I fly. I don't want to lose connection, and to build up confidence in my drone again, that it won't just randomly fail safe as I'm flying along. That was the better option for me. Either way. Rush FPV. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's finish a lap. And actually get a time on the board. Just slowing it down a little bit. Oh, that's a wall. Oh no. Am I going to have to translate? Something about drone, DCL. Is it in French? It's alright. We can answer that question in a second. Yeah, the T antenna is very good, and it's pretty easy to mount. You just zip tie one of it to each arm, and off you go. It's not like the pigtail where you have to sort of loop it around. No, it just sits on the bottom of your drone or wherever you mounted it, and it's pretty easy. And it's also rigid, so you're not too concerned about it getting ingested into props, unlike the other antenna types, which I've seen people cover in plastic or duct tape, even though that reduces the performance of it. Yeah, I'm a big fan of them. Oh, missed that. There we go. So quite far off our best time. About 6 seconds, but it's a time nonetheless. Cool. Alright, let's try some random races. So the new feature in Liftoff, this update, has added this button down in the right corner, which lets you do a random race. So what you can do, when you press it, it selects any race out of, well, basically every race you've got downloaded. So we're going to the halls, hall 26, and we'll see what race we get. It's pretty cool. There we go. So this track actually has an interesting story about it. This was actually one of the, I think it was the Hall of Fame 2020 race that got me the package from the game studio, which is pretty cool. Give it a try. Very quick. Basically, you can learn to restart that one. Basically, learn to do the whole track with full throttle on if you want the best time. And the funny thing about this is the AI actually cheating, because as you can see, their drones are going a lot faster than the actual allowed speed, or the max speed I can go. Even though I've got damage at the moment, it doesn't help. Start that again. I have to show the package on stream because it's pretty cool. You get a little pin that says Hall of Fame recipient or whatever, I don't know, and a few stickers and different things. Oh, I should, but Liftoff. What do you mean? Buy Liftoff. Do you have a Velocitron at the moment, or do you have another simulator? it's pretty much full throttle all the way around. And personal bests. Even though I haven't set many personal bests on this track, that's good. Let's see if our Liftoff Pro League title is still remaining. So every so often, Liftoff runs special events. So Racing is Life, Rewind 2018, Radioactive 2022. The one I was just referring to is, if we go down the list, which is jumping all over the place, the 2020 Hall of Fame. We positioned 10th. So the prize was that for 1 in 10 get a 2020 Champions badge. I didn't see this. Badges will be sent out whenever possible, but this can take a while. Which is pretty impressive because they did send it all the way from Belgium to Australia, which is quite incredible when you think about it. I don't know what shipping they would have paid, but the current event going on right now is Sticker Fest, which is 17 days left. Let's see where we are. We're 7th. So the prizes, 1 in 20. So those times are crazy because I don't know how to make my drone faster. But also there might be... We might actually have to watch one of their... Let's see. Let's go back and just see one of their races. Orca Skydive. Heard things about it. Is it... I'm trying to think. Is that the free simulator on... No. I think it's a paid simulator, right? Hey, Lucky. See if there's any multiplayer lobbies. Fancy seeing you here. Try this one. Make sure you subscribe, Lucky, or else. Someone subscribed, but unfortunately there is a problem. So YouTube's got some weird settings, which means if your subscriptions are private, it won't actually appear to me as you've subscribed on stream, which is pretty unfortunate. But if you don't see your name pop up or the sub goal go up, then that's the reason, unfortunately. But just the way it goes. It's free. Yeah, I want to do a free simulator review where I go through all the free simulators to check them out and see what's truly the best free simulator. So we're just going slow right now just to figure out the track. Seems pretty simple. This section will be a pain to go fast through. I can already tell. That's okay. Out the gates. Back through the start finish. Cool, 35-second time. I'm sure we'll be able to improve on that. Oop. Round and round. Take this one slow for the start. 24-second lap. Yeah, we can get 22 seconds easy. I don't know what that experience at the top was for. Try that again. Round and round. Dive these gates over the top. Faster through this middle section. Up we go. 20 seconds. Bang. And we're gone. Because this map is a little small. That's alright though. Cool. Let's see what other lobbies there are available. Cool, and it's going to show my thing again. Oh, improvement. Yeah, I think I've had it downloaded before, but I can't be sure. Try this again. So if you want to join the room, it's right here. The room name is Liftoff 3313. Just so that you know. From memory, this might be a very fast map. And unfortunately, it is. So we might not spend too much time here. But it's a good map if you're just starting the game to practice. There's not much getting in your way. Big wide gates. .38 seconds. Let's try to get one more. Oh! Loot box? Amazing. And we also have the bigger battery on, so we might want to swap that out on our drone. Because we're limiting our top speed at the moment, and this track is so dependent on top speed. So we might go do the loot box, come back, and swap out the battery. So through there, you just go around the outside here. Feels a bit cheaty. And straight to the finish. 35-second lap. Sweet. So if we go back to the waiting room, we can see where we are on the leaderboard. So right here, monthlies are 33 by the G-Man. We'll be positioned like 15 or something. Oh, 10, 35. So let's leave this lobby quickly. We'll go back to the workbench. Cobstev RC. Hello. How you doing? Oh, gift boxes. No way, guys. Crazy unboxing. Ready? What are we gonna open? Okay. That is the best unboxing ever. Actually, I don't think this frame might be pretty good. I don't know. We'll choose that. I have a question. Can you set up the simulator in the same way as my quadcopter? Yes, you can pretty much do that. So, I mean, you can look at all the frames you got here. That's a new frame. How does that compare to... where is it? That might be a good frame, actually. Try that. Yeah, but you got all your frames and all your things. If you're asking if I can set it up, I'm not too sure what you're running, but it's most likely in here you'll find a comparable frame. If that answers your question. So we'll put the 6S battery on a little bit faster. Brings us up to 223. So that's another 13 kilometers, or even more. That's another like 15 kilometers on what we had before with the... Because we were getting about 208 before. So it's about a 10 kilometer increase from the spec sheet. And then the frame I don't think makes... $65 grams, 85 grams. Not the best skin. Cinelog 35. Now, I think if I grab... So, from memory, most of the frames in the simulator, not a lot of them... I don't think we've got any, because it's primarily a racing simulator. So, I mean, from what I can see, there's no drone really quite like what your Cinework will be like. But you could probably get the same similar props. You can get a similar frame to it. Plus antenna, plus GoPro, plus whatever. Can't get quite what you... Yeah, same battery, all that. Probably not the exact same drone. From memory... I think the... the micro drone game also has Cinewhoops on it, but I'm not too sure. Yeah. You could match all the settings you want on your drone, so it's pretty realistic. Hope that answers your question. Alright, we'll hop back in and we'll see what time we can get now. So this is using the new battery. So see, we can get up to about 10 kilometers faster. Oop. So we'll go straight up at the start, turn around. Can try the new frame. Do you want me to use the new frame? Is that what you're asking? Because it's a common frame that I've used many times. It's actually the drone that I share on my workbench, workshop. This is the exact same drone I share in my workshop. It's just that I've got the whatever alien frame I've got on right now, just to see if it's slightly faster because of the lighter weight. 34. How can we get that top speed? Cut all the corners. Get it extremely tight. Oh, missed that. Yeah, no speed. What are you asking? If I can try the new frame that we had in the workbench? I think that's a glitch as well. Why is the thing still at the front top? Bit odd. Because it's made the whole screen dark. Haven't got many bugs in this game. Or simulator. It's going to affect our top speed. 33. Oh, we can get the world. Okay, I'll put on the new frame in a second. It's actually, when I go back to the waiting room after this run, it's actually one of my other drones has that exact frame still on it. Oop, that's straight into concrete. That would hurt. That's a recreation of what happened to No Speed's drone. grab the top here. Straight down. So we can't hit the bush. That's where we lost the time last lap. So we're clear of that now. No, we hit the bush. 33.52. Don't know if that's enough. Let's go back to the waiting room and see. Ready? Ooh. No. 33.5. We're second on the leaderboard. So that frame you're talking about is this one here. The only change being I've got it in blue. But you can see why I've chosen this frame over it. 405 grams, 423 grams. And I believe the throttle, the weight, the thrust is the same. So it's just the frame weight. Amazing though, there must be a faster drone out there because I'm rank 90, which I don't understand how. Unless a lot of people have raced that one track. I'm going to be the first speedrunner in Liftoff. Is that such a thing? I don't know, I can't figure out if that's super boring or super interesting. Imagine doing a speedrun of all the tracks. I gotta do a stream or something like that. How do you stay on one place? When you say one place, like flying one area, one track. Not quite understanding what you mean. Let's see what that person who spoke in French before wanted to ask. Hello, what do you think of DCL? Is what the guy above, Clem Cam, said. What do I think of DCL? I personally haven't played that much of it, so I can't really speak too much on it, but it looks alright. But to be honest, any drone simulator that you can practice on and actually simulate what you do in real life is pretty good. Just some have a little bit more features than others. Especially Liftoff on Steam has great integration with lobbies, etc, etc. Very user friendly, nice graphics, alright physics. I mean, can't ask for much more. I don't know if your name's Adam. You can re-ask your question again. If you want. Try to figure it out. Alright. Let's make a lobby. Make sure to like and subscribe to the stream. Well, like the stream and subscribe if you want to stay in the loop with my content and also help me out. So it seems like 5 players are playing this map, which is not the best. So let's infinite race, drawing board. We can start going through the Formula Flow maps, which is pretty fun. If you guys want to join, that's the room name there, and it's the Formula Flow map. So if you go in your server browser, you'll find it pretty easily. There we are. So this is a pretty cool map. It's all about, it's meant to be like an endurance race. So it's got a pretty cool concept with the charge and repair gates acting like pit stops. So you got your grandstands here, and then you got your pit stops for repairing. And you can do a 10-lap race or whatever with battery degradation. And you have to repair as you go along. Pretty cool. Oh. And I apparently need it desperately. Ouch. So, as you can see, drone's badly damaged. Look at my my stick cam, or my stick graphic. To fly straight and level. Oop, 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 oop. Okay, that's a wall. Okay, and we're good to go. Ouch. Are we still good? We are not good. Screaming indeed. Oh. Try that again. Okay. And we got damage again. Go over here. Excuse me for... Yep, that's all good. When flying in a room hanging in place. So the difficulty that comes with that is, look at my camera angle. So my camera angle is 55 degrees. If we go to the outside, we can see when I'm flying level with the horizon, like this, my drone is actually tilted quite far forward. It means I'll be traveling forward at all times. So people get around this for cine whoops and different things, cine whoops and things like that. Tiny whoops. They will have a very low camera angle, so like 5 degrees and stuff like that, to aid in hovering. So when I'm in 55 degrees, I have to look up this about this high to hover. Right? A lower camera angle can do it much easier. But the main thing is, hovering is usually best practice. There's 2 ways of practicing hovering. A nice low camera angle, and then just very, very small corrections on the controls. You can also try, what really helped me out when practicing, is actually trying a line of sight flying. So instead of putting the goggles on, just practice flying your drone around in a field or something like that. You probably crash it a lot of times learning, but it's probably the best way to practice those those basic, essential skills. So if I go back, I can give a little demonstration. So we can go free flight and say go to a field, hence this one. So it's called LOS. So I'd recommend practicing line of sight flying, which just involves flying it like this. So you can practice bringing it into a hover. So you'd bring it into a hover near yourself like this, and you just practice keeping it there, keeping it flying straight. And then the next thing you'd practice is moving over to one side and then practicing keeping it level there. Now the difficult thing about this is as soon as you turn the drone either left or right like that, all the controls go backwards. So you have to practice keeping it level, going to the left, and then practicing holding it, hover it there for a bit. See, even me, I haven't done this in a little bit. Keeping it there, and then facing the camera, keeping it there, hovering. This can all be practiced in the simulator like I'm doing right now. So if you press your B key, B key, you can go into line of sight. And then practice going the... And stuff like that can happen. In the case that happens, so say I'm facing like this in real life, and I forget which way, and the drone starts going, just cut the throttle. Oh, that was odd. But it's better just to let it fall, rather than you panic and it fly away. I can't LOS, it's so weird. Yeah, it takes a bit of practicing. I mean, this is what I did originally. When I started FPV, I didn't have goggles. And so to do tricks, I would get the drone like this. And I had it in level mode. And I'd go like this. I'd go up. And I'd do a backflip and catch it. I don't know why it zooms out like that. That's annoying. Zooms in. I want it to stay the same. I'd throw it, roll it like that. But the funny thing is, I had it in level mode. Where's level mode? Is this level mode? This is level mode. So the thing about level mode is that it doesn't let you do rolls. So if you go all the way to the right, it will just hold that. So what I used to do is I would power up, I'd put power in, and then I'd let go, and the drone would flip over. I didn't have acro mode back. I didn't know about acro mode. So I'd have it in level mode, and I'd go up, power that way, it would roll over, and then I'd put power in, and it would correct itself back to straight and level. And that's how I learnt. Quad mover, king of LOS. Yeah, it's an important skill to have. Is that the guy that reviews drones on what's it called, YouTube, who's really good at LOS flying? I think he flies X class. He's flying all sorts of different drones. But see, the problem with LOS is forgetting which way your drone is orientated. So like, if I do a maneuver like this, I've lost which way my drone is facing. And I don't know what inputs to put in. Oop, like right now, I have no idea which way my drone's facing. Okay. But it's pretty fun. You can fly really far away. Like right now, I don't know which way the drone... Hopefully it's not going to crash. Bring it back. Those lights are really bright. Where's the Valorant gameplay? This is the Valorant gameplay. What do you mean? Oh. No, he has very fast drones with no cams. Oh, and he just races LOS. That's hilarious. Oh. Flies primarily LOS. That's insane. Oh, g'day Chopper. How's it going? Yeah, that's insane. Nah, LOS is good fun, and it's probably the best way to practice all those little skills, like learning to hover, So the main thing would be like doing just practicing, like the very basic. If you're just getting into FPV, it'd be putting it into a hover like this, going forward, stopping, coming back, stopping, etc., etc. Nothing special about him. He's just a heli pilot. Yep. To try something wild, switch to horizon mode and then set your horizon mode to like 6. Yeah, that's like what I that's what I got into start. It was all about level mode because I didn't know how to use acro, because acro is scary. Look, you put the control all to one side and the drone flips. But yeah, it was basically flying it up, and then as soon as I used throttle, it corrected back to straight and level, and that's what I did for the longest time. The videos on my channel right at the start are just when I got into acro mode. First times I started doing FPV. I use it because it gives me a headache fighting the self-leveling. Yeah. I 100% agree with you. It's better to have raw, complete control over the drone rather than a computer. Even though, funny enough, the computer on your drone is helping you the entire time. Keep it to where you want it. I'd rather there be no filter, no sort of thing leveling the drone constantly. Oh, I see. Oh, my bad. Oh, interesting. Haven't heard of it before. Is it meant to be more beginner friendly? So you got like level being the ultimate beginner. This fourth mode. Then acro. And then you've got 3D for those weird people. Oop. First time I've heard of it. Sounds really cool. This drone has too much power. I love turtle mode and I hate turtle mode. We have a very dysfunctional relationship. Ooh. Yeah, this drone has way too much power. To the moon. What are you on about, Chopper? The UFO. Yeah, that was a wasn't that a what's it called? The event going on at the moment? Yeah, I'm on Strawn. Yeah, I haven't quite figured it out unless you put this code that they've got on the so say you're in a lobby, you put in that code, but I'm sure it would be just single player. Is the cow on straw bale or is it on autumn? Which radio do you use? I use a Jumper T8SG Plus. You can search it up online. Just search up Jumper T8SG V2. You can find the one. It's the big yellow controller. Oh, it's actually not the big yellow controller. It's the tiny, small yellow controller. It's festivity. Interesting. I've never caught it. I guess I have to be a pro, which I'm certainly not. Alright, let's see if there's any more multiplayer lobbies. Oh, got a free flight and an infinite race. Let's do the infinite race. Anyway, I appreciate you stopping by, Chopper. Let me put that in the chat for you. So it's the jump. Ouch, my ears. Sorry. Sorry about that. My ears. That either came through very clearly on stream and hurt a lot, or you guys didn't hear it at all. I'm gonna guess the other one. But is it the one that looks like the Radio Master T12? From memory, yes. It is what you do. Let's... I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. What is it? The T12. I mean, jumpers, all the jumper controllers look like the T12, but it's not quite what... Doesn't look exactly like it, but it's similar. These guys have an 8-second lap around this. Ah, okay, I see. You have the T12? Oh, yeah. I see it advertised as a very beginner-friendly controller, or cheap, good controller. I don't know if you can attest to that. Does it have a module bay on the back? Can you put a crossfire on it? Oof. Oh, I'm in level mode. Back into acro. Keep missing that gate. It's not that bad. Oh yeah. Alright, this truck, unfortunately, can probably be at full throttle the entire time. .8. .3. Ooh, try it again. Surprised, Chopper, you knew so much about Liftoff. I thought you stopped playing. I guess. Yeah, this is Joshua Bardwell's house in the game. You're correct in that one. It's got the back. It's got the porch. It's got his garage. It's got everything. It's got this path here usually flies up and around. But he sometimes goes up here as well, I think, to test the range from the comforts of his porch. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's nice it's in a game. Even though I think it would be crazy to have your own house in a video game with people flying around it, knowing the ins and outs of it. It's surreal, I'm sure. Very, very sloppy. Yeah, that sucks. Do you catch his streams? No? Because he does lots of streams to answer questions, I think. Yeah, I wish they offered a bit more UI options, especially like making the text larger or changing the color of it. It's lacking accessibility features, I'm assuming. Plus, I just wish they had a dark theme UI. but I'm not sure how that would work with their theme. They probably have to do a bit more work, but that's how they're going to improve the game and make it more accessible to a lot more people, then why not? Oof, that was a good lap. That one pole. Restart. Okay, let's see if we can get any faster, but that might be it. Oh, and that's a shed. Does your drone IRL have the same parts as the drone in Liftoff? If not, does it go as fast? I wish I had a video. I've got videos of my drone going in real life. No, Liftoff I think exaggerates the speed of a drone a lot. Like if I just fly around up here, apparently it's going 240 kilometers an hour, which would be 130 or 40 miles an hour, which seems a little bit extreme. But in general, yes, it does sort of have the same parts. Similar motors, similar battery, but not similar weights. I could make my drone a little bit more realistic in the simulator, but in the simulator, I'm not really trying to go for practicing real life. I'm just trying to get the best time overall. However, I will say Velocidrone doesn't have my drone in real life because it's my drone's a bit niche and a bit custom. But I'd say it feels a little bit more realistic to what my drone has. People have done that. Yeah, but for sure, you can customize the drone however you want and make it more like your drone in real life. The workbench has a wide range of frames, motors, batteries, antennas, GoPros, you name it. Or, sorry, action cameras. That you can customize your drone to your heart's content. Oh, and we're the only ones in this lobby. Alright, let's go to the waiting room and see what time we are on the leaderboard. If you guys are enjoying the stream, make sure to like it. Subscribe if you're new. Helps me out. Helps grow the channel. And keeps you in the loop with my content. 6-second lap. Sure. That's cool. Would you be able to drop your IRL drone parts as a link at some point, or maybe just a description of the video? Yep. I have to whack my... Got a video. Let's have a look here. Give me 1 second. I'm just gonna have a... Let's see if I put... No, I didn't put my parts in the description. This was a while ago, so it's not exactly what it is these days. This is sort of what my drone looks like. Well, is what my drone looks like. Tatooine battery, T-motor, motors. In this video I was using the watermelon props, and it's a let me remember the name of the frame. The frame is a God Mode 1.5 or something rather. pretty good. But yeah, I'll whack a link in the description when I get a chance. Sheesh. Yeah, I've got 2 of them because I like to race. So if one stops working, then I can use the other. But yeah, hang on, let me get the a close-up of it. Yeah, you can see the props, the T-motor. That's the T-motor. Let me remember. It's got a TBS Unify Pro RX. I've got Crossfire on it now. I'm trying to remember what this motor stack is. Hang on, I'll search it up. Give me 1 second. T-motor. It's not an F7, F5, F7 stack mini. Is it? It might be the... Yeah. I believe it's the F7 stack. This one here. Looks exactly the same. So you can do 6S. I don't know what props to buy. Look, I'm probably not the best guy to ask about props. I don't like bullnose props. The very, very extreme angle props I don't particularly like. I kind of like... I've fallen in love with the ethics. The ethics props. What is it? The ethics watermelon props. These ones here. Just because of the... I don't mind the, what are they? 3.1, 5-inch. They're more for freestyle, but they're quite good. Yeah, T-motor stack, I haven't had too many issues with it. I had to return one ESC, the ESC, 4-in-1 ESC, I had to return because one of the modules burnt out without any, or stopped working. T-motor was happy to replace it though, so I was happy about that. I like the ethics prop, but I want one color. Well, you're out of luck on that one because all the ethic props, from what I saw, they like the combination. I think there's peanut butter and jelly ones as well. Yeah. I don't know. I can give it a quick search, but I think all the ethics props. Yeah, just try anything high quality. Props. HQ props. Yeah, all their props are pretty good. And I think they're the same brand that makes the ethic props. It's just that they just brand it differently. Yeah, so check that out. I usually don't go for bullnose or any of those sort of type of props, but that's what I go. PBJ's color is weird. Yeah, I've got those as well. It's same pitch and everything like that. It's just that odd color. Hi Brian, thanks for joining the stream. Yeah, that's been my experience as well. I haven't really messed around with too many different brands. It seems like their brand is the most commonly used prop on the market. And they seem to be pretty reliable. But that just might be because they've got a market. I saw one video of how they manufacture the props, and it's quite interesting actually. It's a very interesting process. Fair enough. You know what? I'm not going to comment about that because it may or may not look like puke. It's just the way it goes. Some people like it, some people don't. Oh, getting your potato cakes. Don't start without me. I'll be hopping on, so hopefully I can see you. Look at this. No one ever does this. A race on shipment? A race? Alright, we're joining a race. Just found your love feed, mate. Loving it. Nice to find you in Oz also. Yeah. I appreciate it, Damien. Yep. Down there. A lot of people are American, but there's quite a big community. Oh, what is going on here? Next slide, please. Holy. Yeah. No, there's quite a big drone community in Australia. It seems like. Oh, we're already racing. Let's see how fast the people are. Oh, yeah. So let's not crash on this final lap. Let's take our time. Race finished. But the candy cane ones don't look too bad. Heard the shipment. Yeah, it gets to the point where video game skins on real life equipment is a bit weird. I've seen all sorts of people, especially headsets and things like that. You can get all sorts of different you know, you can, is it called, there's a process hydro dripping? I know people get stickers and all sorts of things, but you get patterns and woof. Okay, we need to go faster. We're nearly on top of the leaderboard. 2, 1, bang. Oh, losing a lot of time there. Try that again. Oh, and we're out. Got 434 on Warzone a few months ago. Jesus. I can only hope to have these reflexes. I'm gonna be honest, Jimmy. My reflexes, reaction time test. My reflexes aren't good. So if this instills hope in you, my reflexes suck. Like, or are they all right tonight? Oh, that was slow. .206. Where's that? What percentile? Like, I'm average. Look at that. I'm straight down the middle. Right in the middle. I'm not quick. So I'm sure there's people out there that can better me. Oof. Okay, and we did. So I'm pretty average on reflexes. I mean, I'm not too bad, but it could also be. Oh, it's late right now, so my reflexes are bad. That's the rule. Those were dark times. It's the mouse. Exactly. It's the screen. It's the computer. That's what I'm saying. No speed. Whoa, no one's thumbs upping me. Man. Oof. I'm throwing. It's over. What are more excuses I can use? No speed. It's the monitor. It's the mouse. It's my computer. I didn't get enough sleep last night. It's late. I'm tired. It's never my fault. Oh. It's the wireless monitor, yeah. My computer's sitting right next to me, but I don't use a HDMI or DisplayPort cable. I actually wirelessly transmit it. Going back home except the flight, a 13-hour flight. Hang on. Let me just cruise through this race. Oh no, we got damage. Is there repairs? Okay. There's a repair. Bang. Okay. Reckon we can repair. Oh, I did not repair. What am I doing? Oh, did he crash? I think he crashed. Okay. Ow. I crashed as well. No. Where am I? Can't I go back home except the flight? A 13-hour flight, then a 4-hour flight. It's the website. It is the website. Damn, you got a 13-hour flight and then a 4-hour connecting flight after that. Ouch. Where's the Val gameplay I've been promised? I don't know what promised is, but no Valorant gameplay. This is a drone channel, right? With occasional Assetto Corsa and occasional flight simulation. It says, it says on my, hang on, bear with me. Oh, we're doing a race? No? Quickly. It says drone racing and freestyle, aviation and tech. It's in the name. Nothing else included in that category. Wow, was I the one delaying everyone? That's amazing. Can't go any... We're not a gaming channel. Unless you consider this gaming, which it probably is. Oh. Ouch. This turned into quick flights. Jimmy, what are you talking about? I've been scammed. Yeah, I'm sorry. No gameplay for you. Unless I create quick games. We are the gaming channel that quick flights could never be. That might be the secret. No rush. No, you'll be home soon. Enjoy the time away. Alright. Okay, we've been... See, no one's thumbs upping me, because we're not winning races. We're the fastest on track, but unfortunately we suck. What don't you understand, Kez? I can explain everything. I'm here for you. Oh, we're not loading. This might be the end of it. Oh no, Kez is gone. Rip. We go again. Oh, everyone's left. Okay, no matter. We'll do one lap and just... It's always this section here. We just need a sec. 3 consistent laps. Second lap, final lap. What's that? Did we get a personal best? Hey, a 23. Okay. And now we quit. Right. Sure, Kez. Oh, thank you, Jimmy. I appreciate that. As I stutter. Isn't it funny? My frame. This frame has 2 camera holes. It's got. What's that? Is that the imposter? Jimmy, would you be there 30 minutes before last light? That's the real question. Police, when you fly around people, park or building. Yeah, so down in Australia we've got CASA, which is the Civil Aviation Safety Authority, and they mandate laws surrounding drones. So there are a number of drone rules that are in place. So you can't fly higher than 120 meters, 30 meters away from people. You have to have line of sight of your drone and different things like that. You can find it all pretty much on the internet if you search it up. But yeah, it's pretty much not an issue. The end of the day, the rules are basically don't be an idiot, don't hurt other people. If you're flying at a club or something like that, then you shouldn't have any issues. I would leave you. Oh, bye. Goodbye. Never not. That's an interesting way of putting it, Jimmy. That leaves doubt in my mind. Infinite race. But yeah, to answer your question, Adam, it's not too much of concern. Personally, I don't do any of that stuff. You see people in America making YouTube videos where they dive buildings in the city and things like that. I've basically just stayed away from that. I like flying freestyle, but not when it means annoying other people or at the risk of my drone or other people or property. Hope that answers your question. Rules are pretty common sense though. Don't be an idiot, you should be right. Yeah, unfortunately, Damien, that is the rules, but if you fly with a spotter that has line of sight, then FPV is fine. That being said, if you're in the middle of nowhere, well, I'm not actually saying any of this advice to you. I'm saying don't fly FPV. If you've got a spotter and all that, it's permissible. And if you fly at a club, then it's all good. But they are bringing out tougher rules. They want to register drones now. And you have to have a license and things like that if you're taking video and photography and all that sort of stuff. So, we'll see. Not an expert on all this, the drone rules and laws and stuff like that. But if you ever want to check it out, then it's all online. Not going to be giving people advice on what to do. Oh, missed that gate. 1 second, let me just actually no, this is a race. Philippines drone law is not strict at all. Yeah, I'm not sure what they enforce. Kez, I'm off to watch Thor. Love and Thunder. Have fun, bestie. Talk to you soon. Okay, see ya. Hope the movie's good. I fly behind my house and it's a golf course. Yeah. I'm sure if you annoyed people or stuff like that, even in your country, even if there's no rules, I'm sure maybe police will get called or there'd be complaints and stuff like that. But if you're reasonable and you're responsible, then there shouldn't be any issue. But yeah, it is ridiculous. All the videos you see online of people flying, none of it is particularly legal. But I guess they don't have the the resources to push up against it anyway. Spotter LOS, yep, exactly. Exactly. But in the grand scheme of things, FPV is a pretty new hobby. Not a new hobby. It's probably been around as long as drones have been around. But it's, in the eyes of the law, regulating it, because it's so niche. But then when it does, it has the chance of being pretty, drones on a camera on a drone can be pretty concerning for people, They've been slow to regulate it, and then when they do regulate it, they're pretty harsh and unreasonable. So, I mean, for us pilots just trying to race and do freestyle and all that stuff, it's, it can be a bit annoying. I'm not complaining. They've been saying they're going to change rules for many years now, but it hasn't happened yet. I'm sure it will happen someday, but it's the same in aviation. Rules and regulation are very slow to change and happen over a very long time. Yeah. At the end of the day, Damien, it's basically common sense. Don't be a moron. Don't hurt other people. Don't break things, and you should be right. No cap. The people filed a noise complaint because of our dog, but not the drone. Yeah. The drones can be pretty loud, so. But it depends. If the drone, if you fly Phantom, they're very, very loud drones. But depending on how high you fly it, people aren't going to hear it. Probably will still see it. But yeah. Depending on your prop, you can get I once had, I think it was 8 bladed propellers on a drone. Very quiet. It's the secret to having a very quiet drone. The more blades you have, the quieter the drone gets. Even a tri-propeller makes the drone a little bit quieter. I think it's when you have less angle on the blades, the props, it actually makes the drone nice. Also kind of homeowners association. Now, I think that's a bit of a, I guess in the Philippines there might be lots, but homeowner associations usually, I think of America more. I don't know if there's many in Australia. Damien probably can attest to this. I haven't heard of many homeowner associations. And if they do, maybe it's developments and things like that are homeowner associations. They just go by a different name. Or if you live in an estate or etc, etc. Oh yeah, 3 inches is very quite. I guess it's the pitch of the prop and the number of propellers you have and what length they are, as well as the power of the drone, all affects the noise. Because my tiny whips and things like that are very, very quiet. I'm not sure how loud a cine whip is. I've never heard one in real life. Huh. Yeah, I don't know too much about homeowner associations. Don't know if it's because it's not an Australian thing or else, but yeah. They basically just regulate a housing district or something like that, right? Or a housing estate or a development or something like that. Or a neighborhood. I should just say a neighborhood. Your racing skills are insane. I barely managed vanilla cinematic FPV. I want to get into some cinematic FPV. It looks a lot of fun. Airspace is federally regulated. Local council laws don't supersede it. Yep. Of course. Yeah, this is one of my favorite tracks. All the Formula flow tracks. I'm a bit of a Formula 1 fan. So, drone racing tracks that are similar to an actual racetrack, where there are pit stops, where there's a main straight, you know, quite like. Casa guidelines are very clear. Yeah, there's not much room for interpretation in the law, at least from my experience. They're like, if your drone weighs more than this, if it flies higher than this, then you're subject to these regulations, which is I'm happy about. It's not ambiguous, but it is ambiguous in the sense that enforcement of the rules are not very widespread or known. I'm sure the police getting called to a drone, you know, oh, this guy's flew higher than 120 meters, probably don't have much knowledge or don't know how much authority they have. But I guess if you post videos online of you doing illegal things and then CASA gets wind of it, it's not too good. Yep, plain and simple, just don't piss people off, especially your neighbors. Yeah, local council basically don't have anything to do with airspace. They might have rules to do with drones. I'm sure they can put a ban on drones, but it's not their priority. Drones is such a niche thing anyway, that to think they would have rules about if you can fly a drone and whatever that are individual to councils is very, very unlikely. Everything's pretty regulated at a federal level. And I think all the states also agree in Australia. I don't think like New South Wales, Tassie, or any of them, Northern Territory, all have different rules. I think the one governing body, CASA, just makes all the rules universal across Australia, which can be seen as a good thing. I have a handout I keep with me in case. Yep. I've never had issue. I think, Damien, you find more than not, if you're flying at a park or something like that, you have people that come up to you and ask about your drone and how to fly it and all that sort of stuff. People are more interested than, I wouldn't call, or standoffish or anything like that. I guess, you know, I've had people who walk dogs that are concerned about their dogs and stuff like that, or whatever. But I'd say like 95% of the time, people are really, really cool about it. No, even more. I've had probably one bad experience in all my few years of doing it. This track is on... Yep, CASA is a federal organization. Yep. I think... Did I say that? I didn't say they were state-based. Oh, wait, no, you might be agreeing with what I'm saying. Okay. This track is also on Velocidrone without the repair stations. Oh, really? I have to check it out then. I'll really... If that's the case, then I want to make a comparison. Do you know what it's under? Is it under the same stuff on Velocidrone, Brian? Or is it something different? Alright, let's go change the next. So this was, I think, the original Formula Flow. Right? No, Formula Flow 2. We'll go to the Formula Flow 3. I wanted to make a series seeing if I could get in touch with the guy who made these maps. I absolutely love them. They're probably the first workshop maps I really found on the simulator, and I think they're my favorite. Except these, except the gates that delete your drone if you fly through. You're right. Most people are interested, so as long as you're not being a tool. Sorry, bro. This turned into legislative feedback to me. It's alright. I'm interested by air law and all that sort of stuff. So, drones are not an exception. But it is good. It's good to discuss the rules every so often because people just hopping into the hobby might not know anything about it. or where to find the regulations, and if there are even regulations, like No Speed said, you know, in his country, there's basically no rules, no guidelines from the government, because most likely it's not an issue. But yeah, in Australia we've got rules. Not sure? Okay, that's cool. I'll make sure to search it up, because if I can fly this in Velocitron as well, that would be sweet. So if anyone in the stream doesn't know right now, I'm still in a multiplayer lobby right now. So it's Formula Flow 3 and I'm the lobby leader. My name is Harold, for whatever reason. If you guys want to, you can join. Let's see if you can get a quick time. Oof, into the wall. Nah, it's all good, Damien. I enjoy having chats about that. It's nice to have someone that lives in Australia and knows the regulation and the bodies and etc, etc. It's always good having a chat about it. I just stay in all tracks and just try different tracks. Flew this one a bunch. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty good. I love all the Formula Flow series. Jimmy, any opinion on drone legislation and air law by CASA? What's your thoughts on CASA? Oof, that's not the line to take that gate. Keep it away from the Avalon airspace, and we're cool. Fair enough. Makes sense. Have to try Liftoff again? Yeah. I always switch back and forth between Velocitron and Liftoff. I mean, both simulators I like a lot, and they're useful for different things. Like if I wanna do freestyle, different things like that, then Liftoff is my go-to. But if I'm practicing for a race, especially because my club uses Velocitron to make the race courses before the actual weekend, then Velocitron is my go-to. Have you tried Tri-P? Wait, is it Tri-P FPV, or is it just Tri-P? No, I might have just said the same thing twice, which would be very, very stupid. Trippy? No. Okay, maybe I just don't know English. No, I haven't seen it, David. Is it any good? I'm looking for and what is it, a free simulator or is it? There's a lot of simulators out there, which I never realized when I started droning. I always thought I have no options to practice, but no. There's also plenty of free alternatives out there on Steam as well, which is handy. Oh. Have I set a time on this map? No, I haven't. Alright. Let's do that quickly. Okay. That's Try that again. Trip, yep. Yeah, I don't know why I was saying trippy. Yeah. Yeah, what's it like? I haven't seen it before. Always looking for new simulators to try. Restart that. Too good. Seriously good. Oh yeah. Massive areas. That is 100% not the most optimal way to go through that gate, but it is cool. Keep forgetting that gate exists. I'll have to check it out. I'll write it down in a second. Okay, that's a wall. Is it on Steam or is it its own standalone, Damien? Huh. Let's see. Happies. Oh, it's on Steam. It's got a 9 out of 10 at the moment. Interesting. Very positive. Oh, wow. Let's bring this over right now and just have a quick look. Relax him up. And it's all done in Unreal Engine as well. So it seems like more of a freestyle sort of simulator. I know, it's got racing as well. Yeah, the environments look amazing. It's in early access. $20 at the moment. I have to check it out. Very cool. I'll add that to my wish list. Well, actually, I'll buy it before the next stream. Yeah. Thanks for giving me the heads up about that, Damien. It's very, very cool. I might have to check it out. So I can definitely go around this track faster. I'm just trying to set a consistent time and then we'll move on to the... Okay. Okay. Definitely could go around. Famous last words. Through there. Alright, let's go back. Guys enjoying the stream? Should give it... Oh! Rank 21. Interesting. Give it a like. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Everything helps. I appreciate everyone. Especially everyone checking the stream. Got everything apparently. Still beta. Huge glitches. Physics needs work. Yep. I wouldn't expect less from a early access game. Peter C says, when did you start feeling real control in the sim? I've got about 5 hours and still struggling to turn. Well, considering I've got 180 hours at the moment in this sim and probably 100 and something in Velocitron and countless hours in real life, I'd say don't stress too much, Peter. You'll get the feel of it eventually. I'm sure if you look back from when you started to 5 hours, it'll be a world of difference. No doubt about that. I wouldn't stress out too much. You've got lots of time to practice. Just keep practicing, keep consistent, and you should be right. Okay, so this is the 4th map in the series. I think this one has loop over the top, back over. Okay, that's a hard dive gate. All these. Now, my question is the creator of this map, Honk, I think his name is, maybe? Is he unironically evil for putting the repair and charge station with boxes at the top that destroy your drone within contact? I guess the idea behind it was you're coming through these gates and you're going to slice through the middle and get a charge as you're going along. So it's sort of like a risky play. I don't know if anyone's watched a Formula E race where they've got the boost thing where you can drive through the boost gate and get a temporary power increase. But I guess it's something like that. That'd be an interesting concept for an FPV race in real life. Like a section that you would have to have firmware for it, but it adjusts the throttle cap on your so everyone starts off with like a 95% throttle cap, and it like unlocks 5% more. Be a cool concept. Peter, no worries, all good. Hope I answered your question. Ah! Alright, 123. Try again. Try that again. Peter, thanks for subscribing to the channel. I appreciate it. Welcome. It's nice to hear the alert sound go off. Glad it still works. I'll read your comment in 1 second. I'm just going to finish this lap. Brian says, I started practicing orbits in both directions in figures 8s. Yep. That's probably the best way to start going. I always recommend LOS, line of sight flying. That's how I learnt, and it helps get you a foundation. Is there a feature for LOS on this? No, not on this map. But yeah, LOS is great in figuring out how to hover. How do you hover in every direction? How to fly forwards? You know, it sounds simple, but once you get those skills down pat. What camera angle are you using? Very, very high camera angle, 55 degrees. And 120 FOV. Means flying straight and level. My thought behind the camera angle is at full throttle, I can basically look completely flat and I can fly completely straight. That's the idea behind it. Nazi, what's up? Hi, you caught it. Glad you're here. Have I convinced you to download Liftoff yet? Are you just a Velocidrone player? I know you play primarily Velocidrone, but do you have Liftoff? I don't even know. Oh, wrong way. Still can't fly LOS. It's a great skill to have, Brian. And I've so the story goes, this is when I didn't know how to fly FPV, or I was very basic FPV. Back when I used to make videos with the SpedX. So I was still fairly early on in my hobby, but I saw people flying down at the park FPV, which I don't normally see. And I had my headset with me, so I was tuning in, watching them fly. Eventually I get out and have a chat to them. And yeah, just like you, Brian, they said can't fly line of sight at all, which was amazing to me. And even asked the question, you know, if you lose signal of the drone and you can whack off your headset really, really quickly, they're like, nah, couldn't fly it. So I guess it's just, it depends where you come from, because I come from a background of flying RC planes and helicopters. So you have to fly LOS. There's no FPV option. But I guess FPV people, if you get into the hobby, you might just get straight into flying FPV, never start with LOS. But I mean, line of sight flying is great because you can just go down, you don't even need your FPV or anything like that. You just go down to the park and just start flying line of sight. So I can't recommend enough practicing it. It's really handy. You can even do it in the simulator, because I know flying in real life you don't want your drone running away or anything like that. Oh, and into a wall. Cool. Alright, we'll go to the next map. Yeah, let's do a poll. Can you fly LOS? Line of sight. Cool. Let's see what people do. Because my guess is that the majority of people are probably going to be in the boat of they can't fly LOS. But it really depends on where you started. Prior experience with fixed wing LOS is super important. Yep. Wow, 60% say no. Oh, we're 50-50. Alright. That wasn't the last map, was it? There's a few more honk maps. I just don't have them downloaded. Try multi-GP. Yeah. I can't stress enough the importance of LOS when it comes to just when you're starting out, getting that basic first control and understanding. Yeah, I always thought it was more common for people to know how to fly LOS. But it depends if you're going straight into FPV for the first time. Oof, this tower is not getting climbed properly. I like climbing towers in Velocity. Nazi, you're gonna appreciate this, but for that, Velocidrone definitely has it covered. Ah, interesting. 50% can't fly LOS. Do you look at it half empty or half full? 50% of people can fly LOS. What multi? I think this is the 2018 qualifier, Nazi. Let me check quickly. 2018 World Cup track. If you want to check it out. I wish I knew how to climb towers better. It's hard having a PS4 controller with a spring. Yeah. I mean, I can't speak from experience because I haven't flown with a controller much. But the hardest thing about it would be, I guess, the throttle management on a PS4 controller. Because, yeah, our controllers still have springs in them. It's just the throttle axis is the only axis that doesn't. But also, controllers are usually pretty clunky when it comes to that stuff. It's very hard to be precise. Ugh. But if I can give any advice, I'm not an expert at climbing ladders in Liftoff. I feel a lot more comfortable in Velocitron. But it'd be just, if you look at my hands, it's being smooth. So it's no help going, like, say I'm coming from this gate, shooting through, coming around, coming back through, shooting through, overshooting, you know, big throttle movements. It's much faster to be really smooth coming, really smooth coming down the tower. Oh my god. Oh no, I can't do it. Yeah, I knew not to like that. Just, I've almost got full deflection on the aileron when I'm doing it nice and smooth. But smooth is fast. Whoa. Forgot that was down the middle. Oh no. Once you said ladders, I'm choking every single ladder. They are one of my favorite gates to do. Oh, and we're into the ground. But yeah, serious, I think the main thing would be if you're into FPV. I mean, you can even, it'd be the same as like flight sim equipment. You don't have to use the controller for drones, but always just having a controller is the fastest way of, you know, I would think improving. Because I know lots of people who fly with Xbox controllers and PS4 controllers. It's very easy, especially if you're just getting into the hobby and you don't want to buy expensive controllers. But yeah, it's significantly harder. Sure, many people in chat can probably attest to that. Maybe I can see, this is what I'm telling you not to do at the moment. Overshooting gates, using a little bit too much throttle. Just manage the throttle, don't shoot past, be smooth. For a lot of people, their first drone experience is with a Mavic, and they start looking at the scenes without realizing that's FPV. Yep. The nice thing about DJI and Mavics is that it nicely auto levels your drone everywhere you go. Now FPV has the same thing. I'm in level mode right now, which is very similar to a Mavic. The only difference is Mavic's also got GPS. You can get FPV drones with GPS to align yourself all the time, but yeah, a lot of people come into that sort of stuff not from an RC background with helicopters or whatever, but from drones itself. I agree with that, Damien. Buy used if you can, yeah. Yeah, even if you're just a used controller, something like that, it's much better than it. And there's a few affordable options out there as well. You know, it doesn't have to break the bank as well. Does that answer your question, Cyrus? Cyrus? Oof. And the Mavic has attitude hold. Yep, I guess that's the main thing as well. It nicely holds your altitude for yourself. And has returned to home. I don't quite know how it does it. Does it use GPS for leveling? Yeah, FPV or GPS leveling. Damien, there are a few arguments for GPS in FPV, especially for the long range stuff. You can imagine if you're flying very, very long range missions and you lose or RX loss or VTX becomes grainy, it can be very handy having a GPS for return to home, or even a GPS for if your drone eventually gets lost somewhere to pinpoint where it is. But in saying that, yep, it's cheating. Because FPV is all about being, it's the most raw sort of pilot skill. No automation. It's your control over the drone. Back through these. Oh. Oh yeah, so you're there, Damien. I've got no drones with GPS, but I know a mate who flies with a GPS because he does nice long range stuff, and from sometimes, not for racing 100% not, but I do get a little bit jealous of his ability to just return to home whenever, if he gets RX loss or whatever. Just looking into getting to FPV controller just to start with Sims, yeah. When you say, I think the beta FPV, is that the very small one? I'd just caution a little bit. If you're just getting into Sims, it's perfectly fine getting a controller like that, but I'll just look at, if you do get into drones, you don't want to be stuck with a controller that's incompatible with any protocol or any Crossfire, FlySky, all that stuff. You don't want to lock yourself in. So I'll just err on the side of caution with that. Over the water and have to failsafe, yep. Yeah. I'm sure there's compilations on the internet of people failsafing, not failsafing. Oh yeah, exactly. Failsafing straight into the water and then their drone having a little bit of a electric shock. The white one that looks like a console controller. Yeah, let me beta FPV controller. Let's have a look at this. Yeah. That's the one there. So let's have a look at it quickly. FrSky receivers, so that's pretty compatible. It's got a built-in battery, which is okay. 100 milliwatts, that's okay. Supports FrSky, Future, So it's not that multi-protocol, which is a bit annoying. It doesn't have that many switches. Built in 8 hours. Okay. So the Light Controller 2 comes with that. I am a bit concerned though. Where's the connection? If you connect it to your USB joystick connection to your personal computer and the ports on the bottom here, does that mean while you're flying around, you've got a cable coming out from the bottom of your controller? That would be a little bit annoying in my port. USB-C. Oh, that's interesting. And then the removable battery can't really support that great of a battery, but 80 milliwatt. ELRS. Don't know what that is. Hang on. Is that a controller or is that what I'm on this website? Oh no, I'm unaware. Yeah, if it had micro USB, that'd be a bit better. Type-C is good, but actually no, I like Type-C. But the cable placement, I'm sure, isn't the best. Right at the bottom. And what concerns me here is the inbuilt battery has firmware update. What is this? So the one with the battery, the built-in battery, has joystick calibration and firmware update. See, it doesn't have a screen as well. That is very concerning to me. How are you meant to calibrate the your throttle in, like, do you have to do that all through the firmware of the actual drone you're flying? Or through their own program? Oh, open source, yep. Makes sense. 2.4, yep. Yeah, I mean, it looks very game controller-ish. I think they're going for the, what is it, the Tango, TBS Tango. That sort of look, but that's all I'm gonna say. The TBS Tango on, well, this is Banggood, but, oh wait, that's not even the Tango. Oh, the Tango, whew, more expensive. What is that? What is, that's not how the Tango looks. What is this new? I thought the Tango looked like this. Am I insane? Is there a new Tango out that I'm unaware of? Was this the original Tango or the Tango 2? Is this the Tango 2 and that was the Tango? Ah, okay. I see. Yeah, but this is the most similar gaming controller, but it's a big step up in terms of price. So, you know, it might be out of your range, and that's completely understandable. If you're just trying to get an entry controller, then you can look at some of those other options. But nah, thanks for checking out the stream and thanks for asking a question. Hope it helped. It's a new control link ELRS. Okay. And open source, that's cool. Ooh. Yeah, the original Tango. If that's what you're saying, Berserk. Berserk. Interesting. Try this again, and we'll swap to another map. Oh, no worries. Happy to help. Yeah, it's a cool hobby. It can be a bit intimidating, especially with the cost of getting into it. But if you know that's what you want to do, then once you get established, it's pretty good. For things like FB8B headsets, the transmitter is probably the first item you want to purchase, because you can practice on simulators and things like that to see if you want it's for you. Oh, if you guys haven't subscribed, make sure to do it. What Tango? Oh yeah. So I was meant to tell you what controller I use. I use a Jumper TASG V2, which is it's so originally I had a big Spectrum controller transmitter, but over the a while back I updated to something a little bit more multi-protocol. So that's the name of it. I can swap my screen over quickly. Looks like this. So it has a module unit on the back. I've used my own batteries. I don't use AA's. A little two cell battery. yeah, it's got a module. I can use, I've got a crossfire module in the back, so that's good. The gimbals are very smooth on it. The interface is pretty easy. It's got plenty of switches. It's more than capable for me. Yeah, 8.4 volts, yeah. So, no, does what I need it to do. I like to, people call it a funny looking little yellow controller compared to everyone else, but I like it quite a lot. Radio Master, yeah. I actually picked it up in Singapore. But I've heard jumper controls are very similar to Radio Master, as well as Radio Master's the main one, I think. But I think it'd be a good entry. It's pretty cheap, and it's all the controls work pretty well. And having the module in the back allows it to be upgraded to a better protocol like Crossfire. So, no, it does the job for me. I think the main complaint about it was how small it is. But to be honest, for what I need, which back then was putting it all in my bag, riding my bike to whatever spot I wanted to fly at, and fitting all that in my bag, getting my Spectrum controller was way, way, way too big. Like, I had a big backpack to carry that around in, and it was just impractical. Jumper split up, and the ones who left created radio. Okay, I see. Brian, it is pretty cool. It's the 2018 World Cup truck. Multi-GP. I never knew about that history. I just always sort of just knew Jumper because they made my my controller. I don't know too much about the company at all. Finish this lap. Yeah, that's the one. Because there's also a V3. Do I pinch, thumb, or hybrid? So originally I was a thumb flyer because just from my RC background for planes, I just always use thumbs, especially on my big Spectrum controller. That's what it needed. So I'm flying thumbs right now, but I adopted hybrid. So I've got my thumbs on top of the sticks, and then my I guess it's index finger, I'm not too sure, on the top, grabbing the stick. So I think a similar thing, I think Mr. Steel said he also uses that. Yeah, I'm not a pincher. Pinching is very odd to me. The hybrid's a lot more intuitive, and having the extra finger there just supports it. So hybrid's the way to go. What kind of thing do I need to make my goggles reception be able to catch my nice line, thanks. To be able to catch my Express LRS drone further. To make my goggles reception to be able to catch. Let's search up your drone quickly because I'm not familiar with that. Express LRS. Is that the yeah, steel style. Is that the goggle reception? Okay, so they must have a VTX module. If I search up VTX, was that the controller? Oh no, I only see a 2.4 gigahertz system. I'm not too familiar, Leo, when it comes to that. It seems like all I can find about Express LRS is a module on your back of your similar to Crossfire. Higher wattage on the VTX maybe. Yeah, pretty much those are the only solutions for VTXs. I'm gonna make a guess here. 3 things you can do: get a better antenna, get a better VTX, which can do higher outputs, wattage, or so the antenna on the drone as well as your headset, better VTX, and then the other thing would be the placement of the antenna. Controller, not the goggles, yeah. That's what I thought. It says from the drone and the transmitter. I'm not too sure. I'm only familiar with FR Sky and Crossfire, which have very, very far ranges, but at a premium cost for Crossfire. It's my understanding that Crossfire is the go-to, except there's a few open source ones out at the moment. I haven't tested myself. I think Crossfire, let's see. Express boasts a, let's have a look, 5.8, goes up to 350 milliwatt. BTX? I think we're saying VTX. Victor Tango X-Ray. But that's for your goggles. Crossfire, I think 50, I don't want to say 50 kilometers, but very, very far. Yeah, exactly. Damien put it there. In terms of your controller, you're limited just by your output of your controller. Can't really do much about it. And then your receiver, which is usually factory. And the only way to really improve that is the placement of your antennas or switching to slightly better antennas if they offer different options. Like Crossfire has pigtails, so the tiny little wire ones, or also the T-bar. Hey Jules. But yeah, so for transmitting from your controller, you don't have too many options, but in terms of VTX, you've got a few options if you want to increase your range. I can search up Chris quickly. Crossfire TBS. I've got the micro. I think it boasts. Let's have a look here. I wouldn't think any of these ranges are legit, but I guess it's a theoretical range. Where are we looking? Okay, I can't find it at the moment. Yeah. From what I've gathered, I'm not too familiar with ELRS, but Crossfire is pretty far. Yeah, that sounds right, Damien. It's pretty ridiculous at the very high, but a lot of the higher wattages are illegal in countries. I can't remember the restrictions even in Australia, but those sort of wattages you need approval and all sorts of things. It's a bit, don't really want to get into that. LRL 1. Yeah, it depends on the goggles as well. I have to check it out, Nazi. I'm not too familiar. I just sort of know more about Crossfire. Any of you guys want to join the lobby? It's all open. Got one other person in here at the moment. Wow. 30 seconds. In most countries, it's 1 watt and up needs a, yeah. I'm not sure about Australia. I think Australia has even tighter rules about radio output, like very, very tight rules. But it also depends. If you're flying at your club, then with other people on very similar race bands and frequencies, then you have to limit it a lot. I'd join you for a flight, but that would be just embarrassing. I thought you were saying you want to join a flight, a club. That's all good. Don't be embarrassed. There's only one way you can improve, so I wouldn't stress too much about it. Full power. This is what I do in my spare time. Just fly upside down around things. Amazing. Maybe next time, Damien. Either way, glad you're here. And you've been so helpful tonight with the questions and the answers. So I appreciate that. It's a hobby with endless questions that people can ask. And there are lots of resources out there. Yeah, as I said, is this ironic? Yeah, Damien, it's a no judgment zone. You know, any skill level can come. Don't worry, I won't judge you. No, seriously, I seriously don't care what people are, what skill level people are, you know. Everyone's been there, so, and there's only one way to improve, so, I mean, don't feel too embarrassed. Next time as well, yeah. That'd be great, Brian. Oh. Where are you based? I'll go with that. Oh. He got scared off. I said Australia, and he left the game. Is that what Australians... Is that what effect we have on people? We scare people off as soon as we say hi. Oh. Ah! A classic Australian move. As soon as we say hello, people leave. We can't help it. Maui. Alright, we'll finish one more lap and then might call it. Oh, there's more chats. Has he joined back? Nope. Damn. I was kind of hoping he was be back. Anyway. Oh. No. That was a good run up to that point, as always. Down under. Yeah. Love Australia. It's pretty good. That's gate. And now we got damage. And it's over. Oh no. Pole. Okay, let's finish one more. Can we do it? Yeah, it's always better to be in the southern hemisphere. Nazi. I'll read your message. Oh, I hate the same pole. Still in the Pacific, we're in the ocean that unites us. Southern hemisphere for the win. Or oceanic. Well, Nazi, you're Philippines, right? Just for... Ugh. Didn't improve there, but got it done anyway. Back to the waiting room. We'll probably have the best time in a while. Oh no, hang on. This is all time. Never mind. I'll be way, way down the ranking. Yeah, 26. Philippines, yep. It must be, oh no, the time there must be pretty right now. Let's see. 7:57 PM. Okay, so it's actually earlier. Reasonable. A reasonable time. Anyway, well, I think that might be drawing the stream to an end. Might be about time to end it all for tonight. Well, I appreciate everyone coming and checking this one out. Can't thank you guys enough for all the support and the subscribers tonight. Peter C, Aaron Peak, and a few others. But yeah, 8 PM. Thanks for your support, and thanks for everyone else who's been around here. Damien, Brian, Nazi. I appreciate you guys checking out the stream and being active and saying hi. Also, no speed a bit earlier up. It's a pretty niche hobby, but it's nice to have people. You're running Windows or Mac? Windows. See you guys in the Velocitron live stream. Yes, I made it unlisted again, but after the stream ends, you guys should see it. The stream will be scheduled for the Friday, same time as this stream started. So 7:30 Australian Eastern Standard Time, or what would that be? That'd be 20. Sorry. That'd be 0900 UTC. Oh, sorry, 0930. Okay, it might just be easier to post it here. It'll be 0730 AST or 0930 UTC. But that stream will be posted, so you can click it, like it, and click so it reminds you when it's coming up. G'day, Fires. A bit late for the catch, but yeah, thanks, Damien. Glad you enjoyed the stream. Anyway, make sure you guys like it, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you around. Bye.